I'm Lanette Nelson, and I am a stay-at-home parent, and I am a podcast host and producer for the Open Adoption Project podcast. I have 4 kids, and they were all adopted, and so we talk about adoption, we talk about having open adoption relationships, which means we see their birth families to help encourage other families to open up and have more love for their kids and just involve everybody that loves them in their lives. My third child, my youngest at that point in time, was getting ready to start kindergarten, and I was beginning to feel like I wanted to go to grad school and get a master's degree. And we actually were contacted by some expectant parents that were looking for a family for their son, and we ended up adopting him. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to grad school for a while. My husband, who's an alumni of the EMPA program, got an email saying, hey, do you know anyone who you would recommend to apply to the program? And he was just joking and said, hey, you should apply to the program. And I thought about it, and we went to bed, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I just stayed up all night thinking. And so I applied, and I was accepted, which I was honestly surprised about. It fell into place so nicely. As I learned more about the program, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. It is something I'm passionate about, something I love, and it's something that I feel like I can make the world a better place with. Yeah, so I was taking organizational behavior in my first semester, and Professor Thompson had us map out our plans for our careers. And I had been thinking and talking about starting this podcast for a long time. I started within a couple of weeks after finishing that class, and it's been really a neat experience. It's been really interesting to see how things just fit together. It's a very well-designed program, honestly. I just took a class about nonprofit management, and we've talked about turning our podcast into a nonprofit, and so that was so applicable. I don't think I've ever paid more attention to a class. The EMPA program is largely made up of people who work outside of the home, and I don't. And so I was really worried that I would be a fish out of water and just stand out as kind of strange as a stay-at-home parent there. But it's been so incredible. I feel like it's really empowered me and helped me learn so many things and gain a lot more confidence. It sounds really cheesy, but the skill I think I've gained most from the program is more confidence. I feel like when I see a problem now, I feel like I'm more equipped to tackle it. If I see something in the world that bothers me, I feel like I have more of an idea of what I can do to help and make a difference. The things I've learned in the program are really helpful in my personal life too. Like when we found out my child was autistic, it was really empowering because I was able to look and say, well, what can we do about this, and take different things I've learned in the program and apply them actually to helping our child. I've had really amazing teams. That's something I was really worried about with the program, working with a team all the time. I was like, teamwork is really hard. I wasn't super thrilled about it, but it's actually been really amazing. It has been hard sometimes too, but I've been able to work with really awesome people and make some great friendships. So a couple of months ago, we had this potential adoption situation come up for my family, and it just wasn't right for us, and we knew that. I was in a team meeting a few hours after all of this had happened, and my team said, Lanette, what's wrong with you? You seem really sad. And I just started weeping, like ugly crying, and I tell them what's going on, how I just feel like so sad for this baby, right? What do I do? They were amazing. One of my teammates just called. I'm sure she spent like 24 hours just calling everyone she knows. In the end, she actually found this family that I was like, they would be perfect for him. They didn't choose them, and that's fine. But it was really cool to see how my team just banded together and wanted to help. I would say if you want to make the world a better place, you should totally apply. That's what the program does. It arms you to make the world a better place.